Hey everybody, Four Tankers and Dog here. Welcome to another episode of Old Men Playing World of Tanks. Today we're rolling out in the Centurion Action X. One of my favorite tier 10 medium tanks, actually. It's not really in favor necessarily, but it is such a well-balanced machine in so many ways. It is just great mobility, great gun. And one of the things about single shot guns versus auto loaders and stuff, because modern equipment slots can be used for such a variety of useful things, like in this case I'm running a turbo vent and a bond rammer, or bounty rammer, whatever the hell that is. If you have a gun with really good gun handling, then you don't really need to run a V-stab, and that allows you then to run other things, like in this case a turbo, right? So I have the maximum DPM of the rammer and the turbo, and then the vents improved everything, and the vents also improved the gun handling well enough to work quite well without, again, a V-stab or that kind of stuff. So it kind of turns on its head. In the olden days, right, V-stab was the number one thing you always kind of need to bring. These days, because there are other more useful things, and maybe I'm just a light tank fool and I like to put turbos on everything, but I kind of do like to put turbos on everything. Anyway, we're rolling out here with Beef Supreme and Brother Thelonious. Brother's bringing his Lion, and I am outrunning the Lion, notice that. And also Beef Supreme in the Object 268. And we're going for the hill. And we are up against a Bat Chat 25T platoon. Now, of course, I'm a little nervous about running into all three of them up here on the A row, but of course they are on the outside of the Bowl of Death for some reason. I'm not sure why they chose to go there, but they're all three lit up front, and that totally gives me great intel to go ahead and start moving in a little closer. The Mars goes and crosses across. My brother and the Lion is back behind us, and Beef is actually covering over our head over at A7, A8, just in case anybody peeks up there. But very quickly, we have the Bat Chats kind of pinned in, and, they have 4 tier 10 tanks. 3 of them are all pinned in here in this box. So we're going to go ahead and come on out here, and the RNG is going to make me eat my words about, no V-stab. Well, a V-stab wouldn't have helped that much there, actually. And in fact, if anything, the vents helped bring in the aiming circle as tight as possible. But nonetheless, I'm disappointed that did not go true. But that is World of Tanks. Looking for another shot. I didn't even get lit by shooting through the bush there. Starting to look around here. Nobody's peeking up at A6, A7. So I'm starting to think and kind of look around. Do I want to push in and join the standard B and kind of push in advance? I decide to go for it. If I get lit here, I might get shot from the right. I might get shot from various places. That Bat Chat John Deere peeking out might have lit me. Seems like not. It seems like I've advanced in and gotten in tight. I'm going to go ahead and peek out and get a shot on this guy as he tries to run away. Backing up. Now I expect the most likely place I'm going to get shot from. Again, I crossed the A row and B row. So there must be essentially probably nobody along those lines. But there's always base campers. There's always base camp in TDs. So I'm looking there with my turret. I'm angling my armor. And I'm backing up as fast as possible after taking that juicy hit on the Bat Chat. I know I may get shot, and sure enough, I do. Now Boomer is trying to run for it. He's almost toast. So let's go ahead and risk another return shot and snap a shot in. We do get him down to a one shot. We do take a second hit from the Vipera. But so it goes. We're down to 1,200 hit points, and we have their Bat Chat slagged. We're up by 2,000 hit points. What a great start to the battle, right? And our guys in the A row are now pushing across and taking control. This is pretty cool. Now I'm peeking up here just to light where the enemy team is, to try to give my allies in the A row some intel on what's going on. I expect to get lit. I may even get shot in my turret, but because I'm not going up far enough to actually aim down, I'm really only exposing the armored front of my turret. Our guys now own the A and B rows. Their Bat Chat at C2 is running away. I'm swinging over to peek up and see if I can get a shot on him, actually. That's what I'm thinking. He's behind a rock. I do get lit. I back, and the T60 there, he was in the bush, and he snapshotted me. Well, great. I need to be a little more cautious now. I'm down to 800 hit points. But look at the map, right? So once you take control of a position on the map, like the A row, do you push keep YOLOing into the trench there at C2? Do you essentially cross that TD kill zone and go get in close to their base? Not always a good thing. Once you take control of an area, once you take the map control, that's great. But think carefully about exploiting it further. Look at the map. Look at the overmatch going on for our heavy tanks in the trench. Look at that future 4 on the K row, who's just been released after killing our S-Tank. It's a big problem. So I go ahead and start rolling back towards base, and I'm telling my teammates, you know, this is a problem. Come back to base. Don't over push over there. You know, farm what you can, but don't give up your hit points. This is critical here. The Future 4 is rolling in, and our heavy tanks are dying rapidly. We're going to be behind by 1 to 6. There we go, any moment. And that Future 4 is a really big problem because he can flank around our guys defending base, shoot our T-95 on the side and that kind of stuff, and then we're done. The game is going to be over. Also, I might point out, my allies up on the A row, they have no idea what the hit point situation is of all the enemy heavy tanks. I do. I can see we're only behind by a couple thousand hit points. They all think that we're behind by thousands and thousands of hit points. I'm like, no, guys, it is all but tied up here. Stay in the game. Play smart here. We can totally pull this back. Even though we're down 1 to 6, the game is not lost yet. I'm thinking their heavy tanks might just push right in across the G row. So I'm kind of wiggling around back here, kind of trying to decide in the optimal position to try to be hulled down and try to ambush them if they come rolling over here. The IS-3 to the south on the TVP. Of course, they know the TVP is there. They want to pinch him. So, ooh, the Future 4 is getting hammered. The Future 4 is dead. And their heavy tanks seem to be very slow. And also my brother has arrived there at D8 to cover the north side of that G row advance. I decide to go ahead and risk it and motor straight across as fast as I can. I don't get lit by the M4Y there, which is absolute lucky as hell. I take a moment to think about, do I want to go into this pocket here to be able to hull down against the M4Y or continue around and take the corner? I decide to go ahead and continue around. And I light their T-69. Full hit points, but let's go ahead and hull down and take a snapshot and put it in there. Not even fully aimed, but definitely I have some allies helping out on hitting him. Can I get a second shot? Slide it right in and track him in position. That is awesome. Kind of wiggling around a bit, trying to decide on... Ooh, Bat Chat. As soon as the Bat Chat hit me, that's it. Advance, downhill, get away, get out of his gun line. Let's just go kill that T-69. Hopefully, as we cross here, we don't expose ourselves to a shot, but hopefully the GW Tiger P would have already seen that, so it's not so risky. Nonetheless, I do go behind the GW Tiger P, right? And let's go motoring on up. The T-69 cannot kill us in one shot. We can kill him, just auto-aim and zap him, and he is done. 3 to 7, we're only behind by 1,000 hit points, guys. This is totally winnable. Stay strong here. All right, I'm waiting to go dark. Wait my 10 seconds. Basically, I'm deciding while I'm going dark, do I want to peek out on the south side on the K row, or do I want to go ahead and try to, aim in this trench? Do I want to go back and point in towards the flag zone? Or do I want to fall back? There's a special pocket back on the red line here at J0. Now, because I got shot by the Bat Chat, I decide, maybe peeking out in the K row is not the smartest thing. Also, the GW Tiger P goes down, shot by the 268-5, so I don't really want to cross back that way. I'm going to go ahead and fall back completely to the special pocket on the back row. Also, notice their heavy tanks are pushing into the trench here at F8, F9, and they're surrounded and getting blasted to pieces. So I just want to turtle up, basically, until my allies can finish off that salient of enemy heavy tanks, and then they can hopefully support me as well if the enemy tanks decide to rush me. Going ahead and let's see. Oh, an IS-3 wants to peek out and feed me hit points. That's great. The Bat Chat is looking at for me. I go ahead and pause for it, and I go ahead and load a special HE shell. Maybe not necessary, but I was hoping that maybe I could one-shot him. He heats through my turret, that bastard. Let's go ahead and see. Can I see where he went through? Can't really tell. Anyway, he heats right through me. Go ahead and peek up one more time and snap a shot in the top of his tank, and he is toast. Didn't really need to use special HE there. I could have just APCR'd it, but whatever, doesn't matter. Switching back to APCR, looking for the side of the IS-3, looking for that 268-5. I go ahead and load heat, and I'm ready to go ahead and challenge that 268-5's turret if he peeks up on me. There he is. Just missed my snapshot. Now I'm expecting Artie to fall in here, so I pause for a moment, then I start backing up around the bull. There's the alarm. I back up some more, and I go ahead and just get stunned by him but I do not actually get injured in any way. There's the IS-3. I go ahead and line up and take a shot on him, and, you know, thank you for feeding me. Didn't really need to use heat there. Peeking up one more time. Oh, and somehow I was shooting the IS-3, and the 268.5 just sniped in a heat round into the top of my turret. It must have been such a sliver of a shot, but I do go down. But at this moment, my team has finished mopping up the F-row salient. The enemy team are really on their heels, hit points wise. We are down by 3 gun barrels, but we are up by 300 hit points. This is absolutely winnable. All right. We are dead, and it's hard to carry from chat, but, you know, we're going to do the best we can. T-60 goes down. Brother Thelonious in the line decides to do the same sprint I did, going across to the south, try to get that object out. You know, you want to try to essentially clean up a flank. There we go. IS-3 goes down, and the 268.5 goes down. We've cleaned out a flank. Brother Thelonious did take a hit doing that. Unfortunately, that was a big hit to take, but now we're down by 1 gun barrel, and we've kind of cleaned out the flank. And so now, the really important thing to do in these endgame chess matches, what it's all about is basically kill whoever is isolated, right? You don't have to be all physically together, but you need to be within reach to support each other, to shoot what peeks out that each other find, and definitely move towards killing off whoever is isolated. In this case, it is definitely that M4Y. So Brother is going ahead and flanking around the M4Y. The Mars is playing cat and mouse with a Vipera and a Batchat and a GSOR 110. Beef is now cutting across to support the T-95 and support Brother as they go ahead and push on that central trench. Hopefully the Mars doesn't go stick his neck out too far because he has no support back here. We do have a standard B, but he is being quite cautious back there, kind of watching the south side. Oh, here goes Brother. He's going in hard. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. And now careful, the Waffle 9 is somewhere. You're crossing the stream there. Oh, yeah. Oh, the GSOR 110 comes over and he misses his shot on the run. Now, Brother's got an autoloader and he is ready to rock and roll. Can someone help kill this GSOR, please? Somebody! Brother Thelonious goes down. Definitely a good play by the GSOR to get him dead. The GSOR goes down as well. We are now tied up and way up on hit points. Well, not the best trade in the world, but oh! Beef finds the Waffle 9 with his face. But it's good to know where he is, right? The enemy team has 3 real tanks left. We have 4 real tanks left, so this is an advantage. This is definitely an advantage. The Mars here can see the Vipera, but he is isolated. It's very... Whoa, the Batchat is there too. But the Batchat is totally a one-shot for the Mars. So unless the Vipera really comes up... Oh! And there's an amazing shot from the standard B from downtown at F9 through the gap and up to A8. That was an amazing shot. That was awesome. They're not a platoon, are they? You know, I ripped on the standard B for kind of camping there and kind of playing really cautious, but he had the magic angle there. Anyway, now the standard B is getting off his ass and he's going in. They can team up and surround the Vipera. Beef has the hit points to go ahead and kind of hunt the Waffle 9. He finds GW Tiger P and go ahead and pop him off. T-95 is advancing, which is nice to see. He's not very high in hit points, but so hopefully he's a little cautious, but Beef's got the hit points. He can go ahead and move in. Again, the standard B and the Mars can go ahead and surround Mr. Vipera. Beef is being a little cautious here, going ahead and kind of peeking at every bush. There, the Vipera is down. He's go ahead. Oh, the standard B took a big hit there. Interesting. He took a big hit. Okay, there's a marker on the map, A3. So Beef can go ahead and kind of roll in towards Cap here. They find the Waffle 9. Beef can go ahead and cross. They're good in the Cap and go ahead and kind of... oh, the snapshot misses. He can either do an insurance cap or go ahead and swing over and basically defend the standard B. Beef really wants this kill. I'm not sure. The T-95 is also lined up with a cross angle on the Waffle 9, so he can't get out on the A row. Might be better just back up at the end of the cap, honestly, but it's all over. That is done. What a fantastic comeback that was here on Sand River. Let's go ahead and go to the post-game stats. 12 shots fired, 10 hits, and 10 penetrations. God, I love this Centurion Action X. The gun is so good. We did shoot a little bit of heat ammo, but not a whole lot. We still made a profit here at tier 10. Just a little bit of spotting damage. We didn't bounce anything, which is kind of disappointing. You know, we definitely just stuck up our turret a few times, and we never got, you know, we never bounced any heat rounds, which is kind of a bummer. But so it goes. This thing does bounce normally a solid amount. So I got unlucky in that regard, but it was good enough. We did drive almost 3 kilometers down here. So it was definitely one of those run-around mobility kind of games. On the team score here, let's see. We were second highest in damage done. Brother actually beat us out. And we were way down on XP. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. But I don't know. That's wargaming for you. Actually, honestly, the number of players on our team that all had experience above 700 was substantial. Our team was pretty well balanced. The enemy team, their 268.5 was rocking it, as was the Waffle, Tier 9 Waffle. But that was kind of their team, right? Everybody else was just kind of okay. In fact, look at this. The GSOR 110 hit his one shot. Oh my God, look at that. 9 shots fired, 6 hits, only 1 penetration for a kill, and that was Brother's Lion. That is crazy. That is totally crazy. And they had bat shots. Their bat shot platoon absolutely did shite here. One of them did kind of okay for a tier 10 medium tank. The other 2 were absolute stinkers. So wow. Our team was definitely better, but you know, that's what happens sometimes in these games, right? Sometimes, you know, in the early phase of the battle, essentially the shit of your team gets scraped off early. But sometimes you got to give the battle time for the cream to rise to the top. And that's definitely what happened here. We kept our heads, we kept our shit together, and we were able to whittle the enemy team down and beat them down ultimately to a victory. This was only a 3rd class, honestly, for my XP, but I really felt it was an excellent game and kind of a good example of falling back and making your base defense work and not getting freaked out by being down by 1 to 6, I think was the highest it was. Not getting freaked out by 1 to 6. We had 3 shots in the T69 for 1,028 damage, 3 shots into the IS-3. I guess that's why our XP was down so much. We really didn't do a lot of damage to tier 10 vehicles. It was a lot of damage to some tier 8s. But, you know, T69 is a great tank. I love the T69, honestly. It is maybe the next battle. The next battle on the channel will be a T69 battle, and it'll be hilarious, I promise you. I really like it. Since they buffed it, it's really quite excellent. And of course, 3 shots into John Deere here in the bat chat. So that's 1, 2, 3,000 basically, and another into Mr. B Boomer. Anyway, that was our battle in the Centurion Action X. If you appreciate content like this, if you're liking this new format, if you appreciate this, please like, please subscribe, please share on Discord or just social media or your platoon mates or your clan mates or whoever. Please share it around. Thank you for watching. Good hunting and carry hard.